it might explode. You will see a masterpiece when this is done. Whoa. What more could a guy ask for? Walking beans this morning. As you can probably tell, it's not 4 a.m. I woke up at a reasonable hour. We're gonna get packed up and hit the road. Yeah, we're on a gravel road right now. All right, we're at Walmart. I actually don't know what part of Missouri we're in right now. All right, groceries have been acquired and put away, and now we're back on the road. I think we have about 2 hours left. We have one more stop, but it's pretty close to the campground, so see you there. All right, I'm at CVS picking up Amazon packages. Hopefully it works out. So there are steep hills getting into here. This place, I think it was this place anyway, it has to be. There were warnings on all the campgrounds, or on all the campsites at the campground, that there were steep hills getting into this place, and there are, but they're not anything to worry about, I would say. And I had called and asked if it was okay. Whoa, this is white. Around here. Look at this view. All right, we're here. We're just filling up water. It actually does get pretty hilly around here. Just getting into the water fill area is a little dicey, but I don't think it should let you be concerned about getting in here or anything. Fine. I forgot to mention that we're at Lake Wappapello, and we're still in Missouri, so. That's pretty crazy. So this entire campground basically was underwater in 2011. That's kind of insane. All right, let's check out these bathrooms. Got sinks, a urinal, a stall that's out of order, and another stall. And then on the other side are a bunch of showers. Changing area and a shower with a dial. So, pretty nice, I guess. Nothing to complain about. I mean, the shower was a little weird last night because the dial is the opposite. So when you turn it to cold, it's hot. So that was a little interesting. I sat there waiting for a few minutes for the water to get hot, and then I decided to turn it to cold and it got hot. So a little interesting, but it was nice, I guess. Oh, and the water comes out in like a spray, almost like a mister. So only the top half of me was warm. If I like bent over, I got cold instantly, but whatever. They have heat in there, which is nice. So it wasn't like immediately frozen when I finished showering. And yeah, I got cold last night. It's cold today. The heat's obviously running, but the view of the lake right now is actually really nice. Got a little fog going on the lake. It's pretty cool. Anyway, walking around the park right now. Kind of not looking forward to a run today just because it's so freaking hilly around here. So I'm going to try and find the flattest portion to run on. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of rough. But I'll check in later. You are so flippin' cute. Yeah, you are. You're so cute. You're such a good boy. Today I'm making some roasted pumpkin and sage risotto. And I'm also going to roast some chicken thighs and make sort of a maple honey mustard sauce to go on top of that. So, let's get started. I have 2 medium onions diced. I have 4 cloves of garlic minced. I have some arborio rice, and I have some chicken stock, and then we're gonna finish it with some pumpkin seeds and also the sage. The pumpkin. So we're gonna roast this pumpkin. However, I learned today that this is not the right type of pumpkin to be roasting. It's apparently too wet and too flavorless to roast, so we're just gonna carve this guy instead. And we're gonna use canned pumpkin. This is a carving pumpkin, obviously. It's typically what you find at a grocery store. I have the oven preheating to 375. Let's get the chicken seasoned up and thrown in the oven. All right, so as I mentioned before, I'm making like a maple honey mustard sauce to put on that chicken, so let's make that real quick. So I'm just gonna add some maple syrup and some honey. And obviously measure all these ingredients out very precisely, because if you don't, it might explode. Some soy sauce and some mustard. The recipe didn't call for this, but I'm gonna kill this liquid smoke, so we're just gonna throw the rest of that in there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get started on the risotto. Follow me over there. Pan is hot. Using up these onions. Put some of the sage in here. Make it really smell like Thanksgiving. All right, so while those onions do their thing, why don't we carve a pumpkin? Now, I am the greatest artist in the world, so you will see a masterpiece when this is done. You ready for the big reveal? All right, everyone, meet George. So my onions are browning up, so I'm gonna add the garlic. All right, now let's add our rice. All right, let's Throw some stock in. And by the way, this stock is unsalted. It's homemade. Alright, let's throw in the roasted pumpkin that we roasted ourselves. A little bit more sage. Throw in a knob of butter. It's a lot of butter, but whatever. Alright, some parm. Off at this point. And last but not least, some pumpkin seeds. Call that risotto. Alright, so I think it turned out pretty well. The risotto smelled really good while I was making it. It smelled like Thanksgiving. Just the onions and the sage just reminds me of my dad making stuffing to go into the turkey for Thanksgiving. So let's try that first. Make sure we get some of that seeds on top. Whoa, that is yummy. That is really yummy. I like the crunch of the pumpkin seeds on top. I mean, it tastes like Thanksgiving as well. I mean, it tastes like stuffing mixed with like sweet potato. It's really good. Let's try this chicken. So I was disappointed that the glaze didn't really become like a glaze. It was more like a sauce. But that's also really good. If the sauce was sticky, that would be a 10 out of 10. But got a nice little smoke, honey, mustard action going. It's really good. All right, I'm gonna devour this. Going on a little hike this morning, this noon. No idea how long this trail is. I'm just following the signs. Actually don't even know if it has a name or anything, but it's a beautiful day. It's like 66 degrees. The sun is shining. Not too windy right now. I think it's supposed to pick up later, but perfect little day for a hike. So I think I took a wrong turn. It's supposed to be a loop. I guess I followed the wrong red at the end, and now I'm on the main road, and it's pretty hilly, but whatever, I know where I'm going, so I'll get there eventually. Alright, got my own din-dins. Eating leftovers of what I had last night while watching the sunset and having a campfire with my best friend. What more could a guy ask for? So apparently there's going to be a meteor shower tonight, the Orionid meteor shower. So I'm going to put the Insta360 up tonight and see what we get. So I have this tradition every October, usually this time of year. Normally it happens pretty early into October. I'm usually pretty ready for it. But I will eat candy corn, preferably candy pumpkins, until I get sick. And tonight I'm doing that and watching some Wednesday. So I'm enjoying this weather, this mood. I'm enjoying all of it. It's really cool. I know people don't like candy corn, but I love it. Oh my God. You are so cute. Are you having a good Friday too? Yeah. It's Saturday morning. So I'm going to get ready and go for a bike ride. There's a biking trail near here. It's like 13 miles long. I think it's like a mile and a half away from here. So I'm going to get ready, eat some breakfast, and do that. Again. Oh, come on, pick me up. Oh, that's the bottom of this hill. Woo! Oh, man. All right, sit rep from the trail. I've done 3/4 of a mile, and the trail is 12 3/4 of a mile. It's pretty tough because it's rocky and the leaves covering the trail make it hard to see where the rocks are. And it's got lots of steep parts. I've had to push my bike up a few times, which is just not fun. As I've said before, this is not a mountain bike, so I probably shouldn't be doing this on this bike, but the view here where I am right now is pretty incredible. We're right on the lake, and the fall colors in the background are just spectacular. Anyway, I'm gonna see how I feel after like 3 miles, and then worst case I'll just turn around and attempt to trek back up. So let's keep going, I guess. Even if it like levels out for the rest of the thing, no way. And if you pick a bad line, you're just totally screwed, like I just did right there. Not even 2 miles. Oh shit. I mean, yeah. At this rate, it's gonna take me 6 days to do this trail. Didn't want to call it this early. Whoa, Jesus Christ. 2 miles. Calling it. Done. This thing bested me. It's fun. It's fun where it's fun. But it's not fun where it's not fun. Like, this part's okay. I could keep doing it if it was this, but I mean, we've been at it an hour. Well, we did just about 4 miles in an hour and 20 minutes. What is that, like 3 miles an hour average? That's pretty bad. Anyway, now I have some steep hills that I have to get back up to go back to the campground. They're gonna suck. Alright, that's enough fun for one episode. If you've made it this far, thanks for sticking around, and subscribe so you can see where our adventure takes us next. But until then, stay excellent.